Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field to start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Jukes his way for more. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's loose. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Stanford's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here comes the offense on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long, this one from the 44. Brown wants to pass. It's complete. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Cardinal. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. Changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. He's off to the races. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Notre Dame. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true. By 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault. result for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Unloads quickly. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Stanford!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They're bringing heat. Quick step and go. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Irish. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner goes down. First down here for the offense. They'll try the run. And excellent vision to find. There, make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense set for a first down play. They'll give it to him again. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They're going to run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They'll go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The expressway is wide open. The 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Hold open.
That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He rifles one deep down the right side. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. The quick out. 2nd down coming up. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They're going to throw it again. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking to throw it, Slater. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. 1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. From the gun, give on the inside.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll test the right side. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Off-play action on 1st down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback.
And he's running in the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Using the quick game. Open space at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Line getting set on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's right on target. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
That one comes out hot down the right side. And he's got it inside the 10. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. We can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to go here in the 2nd half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a...
And that pass is intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the 2nd half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, in the 1st half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Man, they have been great on fourth down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He rifles one deep down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Brown wants to pass. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed behind the line. It's locked. They get him down after he makes the catch. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. You always hear run the routes deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally, don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Getting some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. So after the big run, they tried to hit him with a pass. Would you have gone back to the run then?
I think now, yeah. Of course, now looking back, I'm going to go, yeah, I should have run after you're taking the sack. I like mixing it up, but if my offense is going to sit there and lean on people and we're good at running the football, then don't be afraid to do that more often.
Catch in the middle, it's Price. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Looking to move it through the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
On second down, just keeps firing. Got it in the middle, it's Price. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Man, what an unbelievable stop by this defense. 4th down and goal. You gave up some yards. You stuck with it. You knew the QB was going to have the football in his hands. You didn't let him get to the goal line. The big 4th down stop.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Raiola. He makes a grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming up.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. On the return, it's Payne.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the Notre Dame offense will take over.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Branch. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. New set of downs after that completion.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it out. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Pressure coming. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Brown will throw it. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Touchdown, Stanford! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Mistake Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This drive will open from the 15. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. And now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
At the 40, there he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on first down. Gets open down the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Touchdown, Irish! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Brown wants to pass. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Running through contact. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of...
All kinds of running room. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Hoping to pick up the 1st. Here comes Stanford on 4th down. Brown will throw it. Spits it out to the back. Complete out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cardinal! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
Makes the grab on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Quarterback checking off. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to get to him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. When you get this deep in the season and that 0 is still in the lost column, that target on your